Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. It's Marty Caballero, the managing editor at BevNET.com. I am here at Natural Products Expo West 2022, back in action in Anaheim, California. Really pleased to be joined by Dave Ritterbush, the CEO of Califia Farms. Dave, how's it going? How's, I guess, the second day of the show going for you guys so far?
Marty, it's going really well. It's great to see people back again and have so much energy around the industry, around the show, and to be able to show off the brand to so many new people.
Absolutely. Not a moment too soon. You guys got a great booth here, as we can see. So I want to sort of talk over some of the recent innovations that you guys have been working on. Califia, obviously well known for its presence in plant-based and alternative milks. Oat milk, I know, has been sort of a champion for you guys in recent years, and the most recent innovation is a zero-sugar oat milk. Tell me a little bit about how that product was developed and the kind of role it's playing within your portfolio mix.
Yeah, what we've seen across all beverages is some consumers want to drive down to the lowest possible calorie and sugar content. So zero sugar oat is our answer to consumers who want oat but don't want to have the sugar and some of the calories that go with that. We've developed it using a proprietary process. It wasn't about just reducing the amount of oat. It was about processing the oat, extracting the oat milk, with leaving the sugar behind. So when we get it, we get all the creaminess, all the texture, all the benefits of oat milk, but the sugar is left behind in the process.
And is that something that is going to live alongside your current oat milks, and it's sort of meant for that same sort of presentation and positioning?
Yeah, I think what we love about plant milk in general is variety. And what our oat milk zero sugar does, it's another choice for consumers to be able to participate in the oat milk category. So we have our vanilla oat, protein oat, and this complements that now with zero sugar.
Oat obviously being sort of as I mentioned, sort of the champion. You guys have had a lot of growth around that. But another interesting product is the oat and almond milk blend. I mean, that's really interesting. Tell me about sort of the concept and sort of why that is an important thing for you guys.
Yeah, well, we're kind of all about plants. So we looked at it like a winemaker would look at it. What if you took the best of this variety and the best of that variety and you put them together? And that's what our R&D group did. Oat gives us creaminess, gives us a lot of mouthfeel. Almond, very efficient in calories and sugar. So when we put together, we ended up with a product that has a lot of the benefits of both. Less sugar, half the calories, but tastes a lot like an oat milk.
So again, with that combination, what kind of use occasions does that open up? What's the kind of, maybe a different consumer that's going to be looking for that type of product?
Yeah, I think the usage occasions are very similar, right? People are drinking it as a beverage, for smoothies, adding it to their coffee. In terms of who we're attracting new is we talk to the people we call the plant curious. They're looking for new things to try all the time, and they love that about plant-based beverages because there's a different thing they can explore, experience. So I would probably say it's people that are a little bit more calorie and sugar conscious, but still want the creaminess that they've found historically in oat.
And I want to talk, too, about the creamers that you guys have recently released, too, because certainly, plant-based milk, obviously we've been talking about the growth there, but with these creamers specifically, it's almost like you guys are sort of leaning into a little bit more of that indulgent flavor profile and kind of maybe a little bit differently positioned in terms of the role that plays in the portfolio.
What we're trying to do is create a cafe experience at home. And so where you used to go out to get all these great flavors and combinations, we're giving people that same toolkit to bring home. Cookie butter, as an example. Cinnamon oat. We're going to come out with a seasonal flavor, mint chocolate chip. And it just gives people a chance to have really interesting, exciting flavors at home that they used to see on a rotational basis at a cafe.
And as you guys are working with these ingredients, oat, almond, are we still running into supply chain issues that, the hangover from the pandemic, or what's the sort of flow for the ingredients that you guys are obviously using?
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. We've had a very high service level, but it's a challenge every day. International products, coconut milk, probably the hardest, but we still see supply. It's difficult at times to get it. Costs, unfortunately, have risen, but we've been able to secure with partnerships, long-term contracts that have kept that supply going for us.
And in terms of integrating some of these oat milks and almond milks into the coffee products, as you guys have done in the past, or should we expect to see the zero sugar oat milk be integrated into those RTD coffees, or how is that? What's the relationship with those two?
Yeah, So yes, you're going to see a brand new caramel oat latte that we just launched and are ready to drink. We have a whole line now of coffees from pure black, so that people can take any one of our creamers, customize it at home, and we have on the go with our single serve, and we have our multi-serve at home. So we're doing the work for people in our blends, or we're giving them the tools to make their own version of it at home.
And you know, it's really interesting to see the growth of plant-based milk. I mean, kind of started in the natural channel with like a certain type of consumer. Now it's in conventional, now it's in club. Where else are you guys sort of looking to expand in terms of distribution or channels, and how much runway is there, or is it all sort of filled up?
Yeah, huge runway. Everywhere you would find milk, you want to find plant milk as an alternative. We're seeing growth in every channel. Food service, we're seeing it away from home, we're seeing it at home. So right now today, plant-based, 15 to 16% of the dairy category. I think it's going to be half. So a lot of expansion in all of the channels. And you're right, it's become mainstream, right? I mean, especially generationally. You look at Gen Z, younger millennials, they've really abandoned a lot of their consumption of dairy and replaced it with plant-based.
A lot of our viewers, of course, familiar with Califia from Greg Steltenpohl, his history founding the brand. And, you know, unfortunately he passed, but it seems like you guys are honoring his legacy in an interesting way. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we try to honor him every day, really, in our company and how we go about work. But through Greg's foundation, there's a brand new award this year, the Pragmatic Disruptor. It'll be announced today as a part of the show, and it's to give a $100,000 grant to somebody who is going to start a business in the plant-based world that we think is bringing a level of disruption, supported by an amazing group of industry veterans and other companies and Califia. And I think being announced by Greg's son, Eli, and we're thrilled to be a part of that.
That's fantastic. Well, maybe we can sort of end it there. I mean, we're talking about disruptive ideas in this plant-based space. I mean, as you guys look ahead, you know, is there a certain area that you're kind of looking at sort of developing, or a certain area that's sort of interesting in terms of where you see this plant-based movement going next, whether it's product, format, ingredient source? What are you sort of looking at?
Yeah, you know, I think one of the areas that's going to be disruptive is culinary, because people still have a hesitation to cook with plant-based beverages. And it's really an easy one-for-one substitution. So you'll see us launch more products that will be easy substitutes for people to continue that plant-based lifestyle, both in their beverages and also in their cooking.
Well, Dave, thank you so much for joining us and talking a little bit about what's new at Califia. Thank you guys all for watching.